Hello, everyone, and welcome to your reading. Spirit would like to speak, so I am going to give Spirit the floor, and we are going to see what Spirit and our angels want to tell us for some spiritual guidance and some spiritual healing. So let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Oh, okay. This is some good energy right here. Spiritual closure is at hand. And what that means is a soul lesson that you've been working on is coming to an end. But more than that, a larger soul cycle is finally completing as well. So, something that you have been unable to resolve, unable to fully understand, unable to heal or move on from, you're about to come into that space. You're about to receive your spiritual closure, which means it's no longer going to hurt you or haunt you anymore. Spirit wants you to know that. That is such a beautiful card, such a good message. It's like this thorn has been in your side and it's being pulled out and you're free and you're going to heal and it's not going to fester anymore. It's not going to make you feel bad, feel sick anymore. I love it. Oh, okay. And this triumph over the negative, spiritual closure, and triumphing over things that have had a grip on you, have been holding you down, have caused disruption in your vibration. You're overcoming the negative through this spiritual closure. Yeah, there's a larger soul cycle going on here, but there were like multiple spiritual lessons attached to this soul cycle, and you've gone through all of them, and through each of this soul lessons you've received some pain, maybe even some scars. It's bothered you. It's like being at unrest, not fully comfortable, not fully happy, not fully satisfied. And now you've come to the end of these lessons and it was multiple. Okay, so this is talking about a larger period of time for you guys. This isn't just the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. This is more about years of time, and for some of you, this could even be something that's been going on for like 40 years of your life. This is a deeply, deeply spiritual message. And the way that each and every one of you receive it will be a little bit different based on where you're currently at on your soul's journey for this lifetime. But Spirit has brought you here to say you have completed that larger cycle of the soul, and it entailed multiple soul lessons, and what's been hurting you, haunting you, you're finally overcoming, and it's layered. It's in the spirit, it's in the heart, it's in the intellect. Okay, and as each of these layers receives the closing, or the closure I should say, things in the external are going to really start shifting for you. Oh, wow. So all high numbered cards. This is so good. I love this message. This is remembering at the soul, an awakening within your soul. And just look at those cards. Okay? Spiritual closure, triumph over negativity, an awakening within the soul, a remembering at the soul level. And that just completes this message of it's layered. You're being freed. I keep going back to that thorn being in your side, like festering and hurting and causing you illness. And now everything has been completed and it's being removed. And you feel free and you're returning to happiness. And something in your soul comes alive. You've earned a rites of passage here. Wow. This runs deep. This is very, very spiritual. And, as this is a collective message, Spirit did bring each and every one of you here for purpose. And the way that you are hearing my words or receiving this message, it's all very, very different from one another. But you are about to be free from something that has caused you a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, and also all of that is going to transform into wisdom and into strength. So you're getting closure, you're overcoming, you're remembering, you're expanding, you're healing, you're feeling free, you're feeling liberated. And that wisdom, you do feel wiser, more mature, stronger, grounded, grown. This is like a whole life shift. I feel for every one of you, this is like at a minimum talking about a 10-year period of time in your life. Because there's so much like layers and history and travels that I'm feeling with this. It's like that at minimum of a 10-year span, just think of who you were at 10 years old compared to who you were at 20 years old, compared to who you were at 30 years old, compared to who you were at 40 years old, and so on and so on. Okay? There's vast difference every 10 years of life. Just think about that, how different you are from 20 years old to just 30 years old, and 10 years old to 20 years old. That's the best example, because even though after 20 people are considered grown and adult, I still feel the vastness of change that takes place is like if you were 10 years old going to 20 years old. That's how deep and vast this feels for me. What you've gone through, what you've experienced, every step of this journey. The way things are coming together and making sense inside of you, I don't think you could explain to another person if you tried. This is so sacred. All right, Seven of Pentacles, vision. Seven of Cups, choices. Three of Wands, preparation. And King of Swords, decisions. Yeah, you see, it doesn't matter your sun sign. Oh, look it on the bottom. We got a Queen of Wands, so we'll take her as well, because it doesn't matter your sun sign. That depiction of the king coming out and then also that queen being on the bottom is talking about your growth and your maturity that you've received through this soul cycle that entailed multiple soul lessons, okay? And so you've become quite wise, and you're depicted as a king or queen to show your level of evolution, of maturity, of soul growth. So you're not a page, you're not a knight. You've become a king or queen through this experience. And, here, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, You're in an energy wondering, should I have made different choices? Could I have made better choices? Should I have made different choices? Would I be better off? Would I be in a different place? And Spirit is saying, no, you're exactly where you are meant to be. And you've got to understand the way our soul experiences and perceives this existence is vastly different than the way our humanized ego perception of this life and this existence. Okay, as being embodied, being in the human form, we do have to worry about survival and taking care of our needs and responsibilities. There is definitely an element where we've got to be very in tune with the material physical world, all right? And that's a whole different, it looks different. It's got different rules to it than the way the soul experiences, because from the soul, it's all just energy. We decide that something is good, bad, right, or wrong. Okay, we decide if something is pleasurable or not. The soul, it's all good to the soul, because in the humanized form, the soul can tangibly touch, taste, see, smell, experience. All right, that's something that's only achievable in the physical form, tangibly being able to experience. And so for the soul, whether we think something is good or bad experience, to the soul, it's all good, because it's experience, it's unbiased experiencing. And what I'm trying to say is so much deeper than that. I can't find the right words to fully articulate this. And the earth is the schoolhouse for the soul. And we grow through challenge and struggle and change. That's how we evolve. That's how we become more. And that's what we are embodied to do. Our purpose is to be us, and to explore and to allow many experiences throughout our existence for the greater evolution of our soul. And so every step on your journey is sacred. Every choice you made is the right choice for you. And now that you're completing this larger cycle, things are starting to shift in a very positive and beautiful way for you. So let's see what blessings Spirit says you should be focused on for the physical experience, because your soul is quite happy, very happy and satisfied with you, the avatar. Okay, a blessing on resolution. How perfect is that? Believe, believe, believe. It's coming to an end. You are about to evolve. And Spirit says, focus your attention on feeling the blessing of resolution, of solution, of completion, because that's coming in for you. A blessing on your sleep. Focus on rest, on harmony, of peace of mind, of ease and flow in your life, of balance and restoration. Things are going to get much easier for you. And a blessing on your boundaries. And so don't let history repeat itself. Sometimes, we've got to be walked on and taken advantage of to understand and learn what our personal boundaries are, or what they should be. And so focus on feeling your empowerment. Focus on your personal energy and space, and honor and respect it as you desire others to honor and respect it. And give yourself some TLC. Love yourself. Tend to yourself the way that you would anybody else that you care about. Make sure that you're getting enough. Ask your body what it needs. But that's so beautiful after this message that's already come through. All right, let's dig deeper into these blessings, because Spirit says focus here, because that's what's up ahead for you. And the more you open yourself up and allow yourself to receive, the more potent, the higher potential of these blessings are received by you. Everything is layered. Okay, Empress, Eight of Cups, King of Swords. So we're getting that King of Swords twice now. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and Page of Wands. I love this in this position because you see that Phoenix rising from the ashes there right next to him, starting on a new path, a new journey. Yes, you are grown and wise and mature, but now the path that you're going to be embarking on is all brand new to you. Okay, yes, see, the Empress in this position, this goes back to a blessing on your sleep. You really do need to give yourself some peace, some quiet. Ask your body what it needs. Make sure you're properly nourishing yourself, that you're hydrated, that you're getting enough sleep, that you're giving yourself compliments, that you're being kind and gentle and loving towards yourself in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions. All right, you need to reconnect to self in some capacity here. But look, you're regaining your strength because now you're finally going to be able to walk away. You've learned everything there was in this soul cycle, and you are so much wiser for it. You are grown for it, coming through as this King of Swords twice now. Very intelligent, very honest, very based, old soul type energy. You've done the work. And see, here it is. The transition. It's like the worst is behind you. And where you were feeling kind of pulled apart, you're now coming back together. And this Two of Swords goes back to your boundaries. Having more respect and honor for yourself and your space and what's right for you and what you deserve. And also realizing how resourceful, resilient you've become, how much more you can do and you can handle, and how much more you know and you understand. Remember, I said it's like going from being 10 years old to 20 years old, just how different life is as a 10-year-old opposed to a 20-year-old. Okay, that's what I see here, like a span of time of being, unlearned and innocent, regardless of your age, because you were embarking on a new soul cycle and you completed all the soul lessons here. And now look at, you are going to embark on a new soul cycle coming through as the Page, but rising from the last cycle that you've gone through and all the different things that you encountered and that you've grown from. Magician in the mirror. And see another man with, gray white hair, beard, just like this King of Swords. See how wise you've become? Look at that. Seventh chakra with Archangel Uriel, expansion in the crown chakra. And you look at that journey. Are you kidding me? Okay, so this two is jumping out at me. The Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and then here, journey is card number 2. So what I feel is this soul cycle that has just completed or is completing is one of 2 very significant cycles. And I feel the second one is what you're coming into right now. And even if this last soul cycle has been pretty bumpy, it doesn't mean this next soul cycle is going to be a repeat of that at all. And it's not. There's a whole new set of lessons that are attached to this new soul cycle, okay? But this one that you are just completing and the one that you're now going to be entering, these 2 are very, very significant for the growth of your soul during this incarnation. And those of you who are very spiritually based or spiritually gifted, over these next 10 years ahead, especially these first 2 years from the time you watch this reading moving forward, there's a lot of expansion and activation happening in your crown chakra, and you really coming into full understanding and power of your personal magic, of understanding energy, understanding yourself, understanding this life, and becoming truly a master manifester. And your spiritual gifts, your intuition, your psychic ability, your mediumship, your energy healing, whatever it is, really expanding as well. So over these next 2 years, that's I feel is when all this experience and pain and whatnot from this last soul cycle that has now completed is transforming into strength and wisdom over these next 2 years on the start of this new journey. And which means things should be much easier for you. All right. I choose my own way forward. I am a guiding light of unconditional love. What a beautiful message for you. I am blessed, a living and loving expression of the eternal union. Wow. Spirit's going in this week. I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those who are open to assistance. And see, look at that goes back to your boundaries. If somebody doesn't want to better themselves, they don't want to fix their issues, there's nothing you can do for them. Nobody can be helped unless they want to help themselves first. And I feel you've gone through some lessons where you've realized some broken people, like they'll try to break you too if they're not ready to heal. And some people you can only love at a distance and trust that they do have a guardian angel just as you do, and that they're on their journey and their path for their own personal soul growth, and all is well and all is divine. And if they're meant to awaken and heal at some point, then perhaps then you can come up close and personal or reacquaint yourself with them. But you have to understand, if somebody is a disaster to themselves, they're most likely going to be a disaster to you. And unless you're a professional and it's your job to help people in certain situations, sometimes you do need to take a step back for your own self-preservation and trust the professionals or trust the angels, the universe. All right. And I'm not saying turn your back and abandon somebody. I think you know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, those are the messages Spirit wanted you to know right now. I hope that this has resonated and brought you some clarity. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.